The only 7 lessons you need to grow and scale your gym are in this video. I've learned these through working with over 100 different gym owners, and these little gems are going to transform your business. If you're new here, I'm Lewis. I own 2 gyms in the UK. I work completely remotely while my gyms grow without me there. I actually moved to Dubai a few months ago. I'm currently back home in the UK, seeing friends and family this week before I go back traveling abroad. And how I managed to do this is through implementing the right systems and building the right team so that my gyms grow without me there. Through the success I had with my own gyms, I started helping other gym owners, and through working with over 100 gyms, here are the lessons I've learned. Number one is your mindset is your ceiling. Literally, your mindset as a gym owner directly impacts your success as a gym owner. If not, you're always going to feel stuck and overwhelmed. You're always going to have this dread and fear of, I'm not getting anywhere, I'm not going anywhere, the market's tough, nothing's working, I'm never going to get out of this position, I'm working all these hours and I feel awful. Like, it all starts with the mindset shift to realize that you can do this. Other people have done this, and other people will continue to build successful gyms and step away from them. This is step one to get into that position of freedom, attracting clients with absolute ease. Because I've worked with different gym owners and we implement a very similar system to each gym. Obviously, we vary it depending on the gym, but a very similar system. And the success we get depends directly on their mindset with the gym owner. How willing are they to implement the systems we give them? And does their mindset allow them to take on new ideas and implement new systems? Because if there's one thing that you can take away from this video, it's having the belief that you can get the life you want through changing your mindset. Trust me, I've worked with gym owners who fail purely because they don't have the right mindset. They're doing really well, they're getting members signed up, but yet they still feel like they're not achieving what they could achieve, and they're not feeling good about the process. And ultimately, that just results in slower momentum and them not wanting to push it. Let's look at the most successful businesses on this planet. Let's look at the business owners. Every single successful business owner has an incredible mindset towards building and growing their business. Not one of them doesn't believe they can achieve it before they achieve it. And it's the same with your small business or your gym trying to grow and scale that. You have to first believe you can do it before you do it. Number two, retention beats acquisition. What do I mean by this? I mean, keeping members every single month is more important than trying to get new members every single month. The cost to get a new member is much greater than the cost to retain and keep that member every single month. And the community feeling of your gym is way better when you've got existing members staying long term. If you continuously got new members coming in every month, but also losing these members, well, you're just never going to be able to create an ethos and a culture and a community that you want. The whole gym game is set up around community, and I'm sure that's a big part of why you started your gym anyway. If you can't learn this and you can't understand how to retain members, you are always going to be chasing new clients. You're always going to be trying to get more clients in the door, and you're always going to be trying to fight an uphill battle. It's going to be never ending because the bottleneck and the problem and the issue is keeping them long term. If we can keep members longer, well, ultimately, we don't need to gain as many members because the lifetime value, the amount of money they spend across their lifespan at your gym will be a lot greater, and that will fund more coaching, more training, better equipment, and lots of other investments that you can use to create a better gym. And guys, let's be honest, the reason you started your gym was to help people and get them into better shape. Well, you need more time to be able to do that. It doesn't come quick. We can't get people in amazing shape in 6 weeks, 2 months, even 6 months. It's going to take a long time. The reason we got into this game was to help them. And so we need people sticking around long term. That's what's helped me build a community, long-term growth with each other and keeping people around for the long run. That way you can create almost a cult-like community of die-hard fans, people who are there for the highs and lows, that want you to succeed and want your business to succeed, and are here for each other. They're supporting one another in workouts, and these are your die-hard fans. They're going to stay with you to the end, and you're going to make the most impact on their lives and their health and fitness journey. Always chasing new members without a good retention system is like having a bucket with holes in it. The bucket is continuously draining water and it's never going to fill. Whereas if we have a closed bucket, when we are adding new water to that bucket, of course, the level is going to rise and rise. You're always going to be stuck without a retention system. Number three, systems create freedom. This is huge. If you actually want freedom from your business, if you want to be able to go on holiday and take time away and not feel burnt out and actually have a rest, you need systems in place, because there's no way that you can do everything in your business. You're going to be stuck doing everything yourself. And I imagine, if you're not already, feeling pretty burnt out and not got that enthusiasm that you had when you first opened your gym. I literally used to sleep underneath the stairs at my gym in between coaching classes because I was that tired and that burnt out. And guess what? I had no systems, I had no freedom, and I was literally doing everything. If you want to go away traveling and you want you not only to just go away, but your gyms to actually grow whilst you're away, well, then you need systems. And by systems, I mean a standard procedure for people to follow so that they get the outcome that you want. So if you went away, you could ask someone to fulfill on your duties, and they would follow it word by word, line by line, so that everything runs like clockwork and you're not having to do everything yourself. It's kind of like trying to build an IKEA flat pack furniture with no instructions. Of course, that's going to be really hard for someone compared to when you follow it step by step. Systemizing your business makes it more profitable, less time intensive, and actually easier to sell if you're going to do that in the long run. Number 4, sales is a skill. The ability to sell and the ability to get new members started at your gym is a skill. If you don't learn sales, you're always going to be stuck feeling pushy and sleazy and I'm trying to convince someone. As opposed to, if you learn sales properly, you'll feel amazing about providing your product to your customer. So rather than feeling you're convincing someone all the time, they're actually convincing you why they want to start with your service. It's the same as if you walked into a Lamborghini car garage. You don't have to try and sell a Lamborghini. People are there to buy Lamborghinis because they perceive the value as so high and the product is so good. They're coming out their way to get that thing. And for you to set this up, you need to learn sales. You need to learn how to position yourself as the leader, as the authority, as the high value product. And of course, you've got to also offer a high value product. But once you can position yourself in that way, then sales becomes easy and you can generate revenue extremely easy. Number 5, onboarding pays for ads. This is huge. If you're wanting to utilize paid adverts, which I highly recommend, you need an onboarding system which not only gets people signed up to your gym and integrate into community, it also funds ad spend. Otherwise, if you don't have an onboarding program, you're not going to have any money to spend on ads. If you do, you'll have unlimited ad spend. You will literally be able to put as much money back into adverts to get more members signed up. If you're not generating money from your onboarding system, well, then you're always going to be funding client growth, and you'll have a ceiling to how fast you can grow. Whereas if you're spending £10 on ads and bringing £20 in sales, well, then all that profit can go back into more signups, more signups, more signups. And worst case scenario, your ad spend just funds the cost of the membership. So let's say you spend £10 on ads and get £10 in sales. Well, you've got them in for nothing. And then we can rinse and repeat, because if we spend 1,000 ads, at least we're going to cover the ad spend with the membership signups. This is exactly what I do in my gyms and with all the other gym owners that I work with, helping them grow and scale. And on average, we're getting a 10x return on ad spend. So for every £1 spent, we're returning £10 in membership signups, which is crazy. So not utilizing paid ads with an onboarding system is kind of like a cyclist who's not using EPO compared to one who is. Like, the cyclist using performance-enhancing drugs is going to go way further and way faster than the one who isn't. So stop relying on word of mouth and build an onboarding program that funds your ad spend. Free trials don't work. The problem with free trials is there's so many less signups and you're going to be feeling stuck. The buy-in from a free trial is so much lower than a paid trial. The conversion in my gyms, when we tracked it, was around 20% from a free trial to membership. We now have that conversion to 70% plus from a paid trial to a membership. The benefit of having a paid trial is that you can get a long-term membership sign up out of the back of it, because you've got a longer time in a paid trial to convert them to a long-standing member. A free trial, you're often giving away a short period of time because it's free. It wouldn't make sense to offer a month free because that's a lot of time to serve the client for a month. And so you get a lot less time to show them your values and your service and get them signed up long-term and show them exactly how you can transform their lives and get them the best results possible. This results in committed buyers who actually stick around and building that community long-term and creating the revenue and freedom that you want. Lastly, and this is a big one, building the team is key. Building the team is so important. Otherwise, you are going to be burnt out. You're not going to be going on holiday and you're going to have a poor service. You're not going to be able to have the life you want if you're doing it solo. Trust me, I've been there. I've been the one-man gym owner, running all the coaching, doing all the cleaning, doing all the classes, doing all the admin. It's not fun and it just ends up in burnout. And also, it puts a limit to how much you can earn and the service you can deliver to clients. You're only one person. If you build the right team and put the right systems in place, well, then the business will grow without you even there. And you can deliver the best service to your clients and get them the best results whilst making more money and working less. And the way to do it is by building the team that build the business, not doing it all on your own. These 7 lessons are super valuable and I break them down in a lot more depth on this channel in my other videos explaining exactly how to grow and scale your gym, because once you implement these, well, then it will transform the way you run your gym, your life, your freedom, and give you the ability to make money and ultimately change more lives, because the mission I'm on is to get 10,000 people signed up to a gym and we're currently only around 800. So my job is to help you achieve your goals, because I've been in your position. I've been working 60+ hour weeks, coaching 30 hours a week, cleaning. Like, I've been there and I know how stressful it can be. Whereas once you've got the right systems in place and you learn the right lessons and educate yourself on how to do this with the right guidance, you can get to a point of complete freedom and making a lot more money and changing more people's lives. So if you want this, click the link below, book a call in my calendar, and I'll show you exactly how I can help.